Hey guys, I wanted to show you what we're doing with our notes on titration. I didn't want you guys to feel left in the dark, so I'm going to try to make this as short as possible because I really feel like you guys are smart enough. Putting this on my website later, so even if I don't do it well, or if you didn't get it the first time, you can replay it over and over. So what we're doing is calculating titration. With titration, your equation, if you look at the bottom of page 6 on your notes, bottom of page 6, it says calculating molarity, volume of acids and bases. So our formula is the molarity of your acid, volume of your acid, number of hydrogens, setting that equal to the molarity of your base, volume of your base, number of hydroxides. Basically, there's 6 different numbers you're going to have. In your problem, you're going to have 5 out of the 6. We just have to solve for the last one. It's kind of like solving for x. So if you look at the top of page 7, we're going to do the first problem together. It says we have 25 milliliters of 0.2 molarity hydrochloric acid, and it's titrated to the end point with 18 milliliters of sodium hydroxide, NaOH. What is the molarity of the base? So for the first one, we don't have molarity of the base. So our x is MB, which means we're going to have numbers for all the other ones. So our acid always begins with an H. So in this case, HCl is our acid. We have 25 milliliters, so that's VA, and it is 0.2 molarity. And as for the number of hydrogens, you really just look at the formula. There's one H in hydrochloric acid, just one. So that's going to be a 1. Our base, everything in this class is going to end with OH. So if it's a base, it'll end with OH, which means NaOH is our base. We don't know the molarity, but it says it ends with 18 milliliters. Milliliters tells us volume. And the number of OHs is just 1. So now to solve for x, let me erase this. To solve for x, we're really just trying to get x on its own. So the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So we're going to divide the right side by 18, and we're going to divide it by 1 so that those cancel out. But what we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So we'll divide this side by 18, and we'll divide it by 1. So now we have x, which is the molarity of our base, is equal to 0.2 times 25 times 1 divided by 18 divided by 1. So what I do is I always do the top numbers first, so 0.2 times 25 times 1, press enter. I get 5. Then I do 18 times 1, 18. So I just do 5 divided by 18. And you get 0.277777 never-ending 7s. I want all of our answers to be in 2 decimal points. So we have 0.27, looking at the third 7, it's bigger than 5, so my final answer is 0.28 molarity. So the molarity of my base is 0.28.